Hey,
barbecue family. Happy Friday, everybody.
How's everybody doing? We've got Mike Bierman, we've got Farah, we've got James, we've got Tom, we've got Judge Webb. How's everybody doing?
Guys, we got a packed house already.
Nice to see you guys.
Happy Friday, everybody. We are down here in the barbecue bunker. You got your girl Matt, you got your girl Key, and of course, we got to mention him before he even gets the jump off. We got to mention the person who's running the show, the temp. Let's give it up for the guy.
He's back there. And Loopy is also here. You forgot about her, Barbecue Lupe.
She is here. She almost was going to engage in our intro.
She was just standing here staring at us. We were like, you got to get out. But she is out. She's going to get crumbs later.
We have Marianne joining us. She's saying, hi, ladies, watching you on the road, leaving Vermont from our ski trip,
Ooh.
which I have to say, hi, Marianne, and hi, Fritz Frank. Those are our two, some of our faves that tune in weekly. Fritz Frank has been posting some incredible skiing videos that feel like a video game.
Really?
Like,
Skiing
I don't know how
me.
the heck he does it, but it literally is like from it's like a POV of him like skiing, and I will let you know, he's a pro.
He's quite good.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
I have to go look.
Shout out to Fritz Frank.
Hello,
Fritz Frank. Imagine if he's like probably driving right now and being like, oh my goodness, those two.
Skiing terrifies me. So the people that are not scared of skiing or like snowboarding and anything like that.
Yes.
Very cool. Because I am scared.
We got Michael Noguera joining us on Insta. Hi, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
And we have the one and only Saucy Rossi in the house.
Hey, how's it going? Make sure you say hi to Barbecue Mama who's hanging out in the chat.
Hey, Barbecue Mama.
We're going to have a fantastic show with you guys today. It's Friday. TGIF, everyone.
TGIF, guys. We got to say congrats to who got first on the grill this week. He snuck in there. It's the man, Hot Tommy.
Hot Tommy.
Congrats, Hot Tommy. Hot Tommy let us know he won't be able to make the show today. Hot Tommy, we're thinking of you. Yes. It ain't the same when you're not here with us. If you are watching the replay, shout out to Hot Tommy. We love him.
He still got first on the grill, though.
I know. That's impressive.
He snuck in.
All right, guys. We got to kick the show off because I cannot wait to get to our very special guest. Unfortunately, you guys know how we kick it off around here.
Fortunately
and unfortunately, I don't know. There's two sides to it.
Yeah, at least we know the lyrics to this one because this is not the remix; it's the original.
It's the orig, baby.
The orig. I woke up and was like, "Yes, we're back to the orig." At least
it feels magical.
It
feels so magical being on Friday. It was a confusing time for us there for a little bit.
Although the week feels so much longer now.
Mm-hmm. I know. I know it's like we were taking long weekends, but still working on Friday. I don't get it. And also Lance just joined the show. Lance, how are you, buddy? Lance has been able to make it back on the show since it's been back on Fridays. Yes. So Lance, we're happy that you're here.
Okay, here we go. Are you
All right,
ready?
Guys, I am ready for this. Let's do this.
Here we go.
Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Oh.
I got this dress for free.
Oh my goodness. If that's not a reason to get your groove on, I don't know what is.
Yeah, believe it or not, guys. Free sweater dress. It's a Nicole Miller. Whoever's fans of Seinfeld, it's a Nicole Miller.
Is it actually Nicole Miller?
Yeah.
I thought Nicole Miller was fake. I didn't know that was like a real thing.
Neither did I.
I don't know the brands.
I know.
I don't.
And then the tag said Nicole Miller, and I was like, I did not know that was like an actual brand. But
look, I wear stuff from the children's department a lot of the time, so I don't really know the brands out there. I just go for what I like.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of the time, it's 14 and under for some reason. I don't know what that says about your girl Mad, but
and we're getting another snowstorm here today. So I thought a sweater dress would be fitting. But I'm over the winter, guys. I'm wintered out. I don't know about you. If you're over the snow too, definitely your girl Kiki is.
Yeah. Now, guys, we got to welcome in our special guest who I want to know exactly where he's joining us from. We'll ask him when he comes on because I'm pretty sure it's somewhere warm. Warmer than here, that's for sure.
But guys, anywhere's warmer than here.
We're very excited because we have a cookbook author in the house. And he is also a barbecue expert. So let's find out where he's from. Okay, let's welcome Brad Prose to the show.
Hey,
Brad.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're doing good, Brad. Brad, I think we should already know this. I think we did know it at one point, but now I have forgotten. Where are you joining us from?
Oh, it's Phoenix, and we're 72 right now.
Okay.
What?
My goodness gracious. Okay, I did tell the temp asked where you were from, and I said, I'm pretty sure Phoenix. So technically, I need credit for that.
Oh, that is
I remember.
Yeah, I don't know how somehow you did, but So you never get snow there?
Maybe like an hour or two north of us, but not really in the city, no. But if it makes you feel better, it's going to be like 120 in a few months. So
120?
I would just melt.
I would just crisp away into the wind.
Yeah, I can't. We're so not used to that. First of all, we would burn.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, definitely.
Because we're like see-through for like 10 months out of the year.
Yeah, it gets pretty bad. You just gotta drink beer and swim a lot.
Look, that sounds magical right now. Absolutely magical. But Brad, we're very happy that you're here with us today, joining us from Phoenix, like we just said. And you are here for our Ravenous Rewind segment. And let's see what the question is that we have for you today. Which is, this is an interesting one. They all are on this segment. What is your pickiest food preference?
Well, that is a tough one. I will probably say like chicken. And the reason is because like everybody seems to either overcook or undercook chicken on the grill. It's such a big deal. And more people overcook it. Like nothing upsets me more than when I go to somebody's house and you see them like slicing open the chicken with a knife, like on the grill, just to see if it's like not pink anymore. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this is gonna be awful. And I don't like to backseat grill when I go to people's homes. I'd rather them just serve what they're gonna serve. But man, when I see that, I'm just like, maybe I should gift them a meat thermometer.
Yes, like we always tell people that issue can be solved by the easiest gadget that you'll ever buy. Like you can get a good meat thermometer for like $20.
Yeah, it's so true. But on the flip side, I've also had friends that have had like those super thick chicken breasts. They grill them and it looks done, and they give it to you. And oh man, nothing is more traumatizing than biting into like a chicken breast that is not fully cooked. It's so gross.
Yeah. A few years ago, Maddie and I used to do like a lot of the like Food Network type like barbecue competition shows. And I remember being on a show called Fire Masters, and there was a point where they were like, guys, the judges are just over it. Like you have to spend some time cooking your food properly, because everybody was serving them raw chicken, and they were like, we get it's a competition show and people are nervous, but like take the extra second and just calm your nerves and figure it out, because they're not eating any more raw chicken. And I was like, oh, that's humiliating.
It's so gross. I mean, it really like forms a core memory for you. I can still remember the texture and flavor of the times that I've done it. It's horrible.
It's the texture. It's like as soon as you bite in, you're like, oh no, something's wrong here.
I know. It almost feels like you're biting into like a piece of styrofoam. You feel your teeth like slowly sinking in as those fibers start to rip apart, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brad, on the subject of chicken, you've written a cookbook. Do you have any preferences as far as flavoring chicken goes, or are you pretty open?
I'm really open because, like, for the kids, I'll smoke whole chickens and we shred that up quite often. I'm not afraid to say, like, I'll repurpose, like, Costco rotisserie chickens and stuff too. I love to smoke chicken breasts. I'll usually do a bunch of those at a time and kind of have them in the fridge and stuff that I can use during the week. So it really just depends. I mean, you know me, like, I love butterflied smoked drumsticks too. So, like I don't know, as long as it's cooked.
Yeah, amen to that. And Brad, I agree with that. You're like the king of the butterfly drumsticks. That usually drumsticks used to be like something that I'm like, like I guess like drumsticks, they're cheap, they're very economical. But ever since the butterflying of them, it's like that takes it to the next level. That was like a game changer move.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was a fun recipe to figure out. I worked on it like 2021. It was basically the year right after COVID hit and meat prices were awful. So I worked on a lot of different recipes to see what I could come up with that would help people save money. Because, wings were ridiculous. And I saw a Turkish recipe where somebody was butterflying the drumsticks and almost completely removing it off the bone and then braising them. And I was like, man, what if I just took that halfway and then applied it on the grill, and I haven't looked back since. It's such a fun process.
It is, and it's just like a textural sensation. There's like more rub that gets in there, more flavor. Like it's so much better.
Now, Brad, is that recipe in your first cookbook?
I do have a version of that in my first cookbook. They're marinated, so I make like tandoori ones.
Oh.
And in fact, I've actually got a YouTube walkthrough of butterfly chicken drumsticks going up later this afternoon. But it's fun to see that and see everybody kind of do all their own things. Kind of like the smash burger tacos from a couple years ago. It's neat when you put something out there and you see everybody take their own spin on things.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm not sure if people in the house know right now that we actually have the inventor of the viral smash burger tacos. Like, Brad, that is credited to you, which, like, what did that feel like when you created that and then you just saw like TikTok take it over, Insta take it over? Like, were you like, I cannot believe that, like, I created that?
It was really cool. It was definitely a moment where I realized I learned a lot of lessons really fast.
Like what? You got to tell us.
I would say the biggest one was just to be prepared. I guess you can say like the keto world and the mommy bloggers really ran out there and figured out how to kind of like take the recipe and alter the keywords just enough to where they kind of blew up from that. So from a business perspective, that was tough. That was a tricky one. But I got to be honest, on the positive side, it was so cool. I mean, I saw Chrissy Teigen make a version of it. We saw Gordon Ramsay's team. It was really neat. And it's one of those things. It's like, I don't know if I'll ever have another smash burger taco type recipe. That could be a one-time career thing, but who cares? That was so fun.
Yeah, but that's like a bucket list thing. Like, who could say that something that came out of your brain, it like made it onto like into the viral world?
Did you get a lot of trolls?
Oh yeah. In fact, what was kind of funny, this was probably the harder part of it from a business perspective, is I actually didn't get that many followers from my videos. So I would watch people make it. They would get no hate in the comments, and they'd grow, hundreds of thousands of followers and all this stuff. I really didn't get that much traffic. In fact, most of my comments were, things like, I'm going to beat you up for making this, and you should never bring this to a party. And, all the, let's just say the culturally sensitive people.
It's a very nice way of putting it.
Yeah. In the end, it was funny because during that time, I was making smash burgers a lot for the kids, and the truth is, I just forgot to buy hamburger buns, and it was the night where we were supposed to make them, and we always have tortillas, so I just tested it with tortillas, and we had fun with the kids. I didn't quite nail it, but it was good enough, so I spent the week working on it. And then I posted the recipe, and I was like, I think I better put this on my blog right now. And it exploded right away. It was fun.
I love that.
I love that too. And I love that everything that is so cool was like a mistake. It's like, because like something, like you forgot something, or like you added something by accident. Like, I love those stories.
But you're right. Unfortunately, that does come with its own set of, like, you don't really know those things until you do have that, like, I hate the word viral. Is so irritating. It's like absolutely irritating AF to me now.
Or people being like, oh my God, I hope this goes viral. Like, that's like the thing.
Or just waiting for my viral moment. Yeah. Like, do you even care what you're posting? Or are you just trying to get views on it? Like, what's the reason?
I know. Well, and that's why things like the smash burger tacos and the butterfly chicken drumsticks did well, because they solved problems and they were really easy, So I don't know what the next one's going to be. Eventually I'll hit another, but I've learned, for any of you guys that are creators that are watching, if you think you have a good recipe, make sure you've got it on your website first. Make sure you've got lots of great photos, and don't be afraid to make some variations of that recipe and kind of have them ready to go, because as soon as it hits, if it does go viral, you'll want to follow up with more variations of that. And honestly, stay humble, because people are going to steal your light. And but at the same time, you also have to realize second you put something out there on the internet, it's the internet's recipe. It's not yours
Exactly.
anymore. So you have to be willing to walk away from that and be okay. And I think that was the biggest lesson that I learned through that.
Did you have so many moments where you were seeing people post it and you were like, but no, that's mine?
You know, I don't know, not directly. I think what made it hard, which is bittersweet, is a lot of my close friends or fans would be fighting the battle for me out there, and they'd be like, "Oh, Brad did this first." They tag me on a comment. So like I was getting tagged and DM'd a lot of other people's stuff, and I did tell a couple people like, "Hey, you know, it's okay. Like you don't need to do this anymore." Because I think that sucked some of the fun out of it. Where I did really enjoy seeing people make their own versions with any of the recipes I've ever posted that have gone like that. I really like watching people be inspired and do that, and it really gets in your head when other people in the industry are like, they shouldn't have done this, they should have tagged you. I'm like, no, it's okay, you know. So you kind of fight that sometimes.
Brad, I'm impressed with your good attitude and the fact that you learned from it. You're sharing what you learned with everybody else. And I also love that you know it's going to happen again. That's a really good attitude.
You know, you got to be a little crazy to be in this business. And I think that definitely helps you stay creative, you know?
Totally.
We would have to agree with that.
Yeah, 100% agree with it. Now, Brad, where can people find you? You said you have a video coming out later on your YouTube. So this is your Chilies and Smoke is for your Instagram. Where can people find you on YouTube?
It's the same place. If you go to YouTube and look me up on Chilies and Smoke, it's right there. I post weekly full-length videos every Friday. And it's just totally ironic. It happens to be butterfly chicken drumsticks this week. So
that's awesome.
All right, Brad, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time. And we look forward to your upcoming cookbook.
Yes.
In a little while.
Thanks, girls. Have fun. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, you Brad. So much, Brad. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Okay. I didn't know Brad was going to be sharing such words of wisdom.
I know. I love how he said, I love how he also pointed out, though, that the contrary to popular belief, having a viral video does not necessarily equate to an onslaught of followers, which I think a lot of people assume.
Yes.
When you get those viral moments. Like,
I will let you guys know one of my downfalls. I am petty. Okay. And if that happened to me, I'd be like, I need the credit. This was my thing. You know, Brad said that people were like saying that like in the comments. I would be in the comments being like, hello, this was for me. This was for me. This came out of my noodle right here.
I know it would be hard not to when you're seeing so many other people share it. Because the thing too about the internet is, like Brad said, once a recipe's out there, it becomes whoever wants to take it.
Totally.
So people do start to take it, make it their own, and then it's like, who really cares about who thought about it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I do.
I still do.
Care.
I care.
And guys, we had the original in the house. Brad Prose, check him out. A lot of people are saying they're going to be following him now. That's really nice to hear that, guys.
He's awesome.
He is so awesome.
He's a wealth of knowledge. He's very open with his knowledge as well. I will say that a lot of, some people like to gatekeep.
Not a gatekeeper
at
all.
He doesn't. He's very open. He's very, very approachable. I also like that about him because some people are not.
Kathy's joining us, and Kathy is saying, I didn't even realize Brad came up with the OG smash burger taco. I love them. Yeah, it's so weird that like a recipe isn't tied to a person's like persona. So it's like the recipe gets out there. And it's a good recipe, smash burger tacos. But it's not like you don't think of like the person who created it.
Well,
so it's
he
like,
did.
Yeah, guys, we're here to say you learned something new today. Brad Prose is the one that created them.
All right.
We made them. We made a bison version and they were spectacular.
All right. So speaking of creating things, we got to create some things.
We got to get creating here, guys. That's what we do every single Friday. Hi, TikTok. We're right here with TikTok too now.
I hope you put llamas in there for our sake.
I hope so too. We have Ben Katesh saying hello.
Hey.
How are you, buddy?
All right. So we've got a really great recipe for you guys today. We're making onion rings, so homemade onion rings in the air fryer with a creamy dilly dip.
Little bit lighter because they're not deep fried. They taste like they haven't been deep fried. I will tell you guys.
Do they?
Yes, they are very crispy. They are very crunchy.
You want me to get you going?
Yes,
Air
please.
fry?
Thanks, honey.
Obviously.
Yes, it's already set up.
Okay.
Just turn it on and it's ready to go.
Okay.
Thanks, honey. They do taste like everybody knows that nothing can really beat the flavors of a saturated deep fried onion ring.
Yeah.
These taste like that. They still taste really delicious, but they're just a little bit lighter. Little bit lighter.
The flavor's still going to be there. I can tell.
The flavor's still there.
Hey, Rick, how are you?
Hey, Rick. He's saying happy Friday, girls. So looking forward to this yummy one. Already taken out my air fryer.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to get started on our dilly dip because as we all know, and if you don't already know, when you're making a dip, that is the very first thing you want to do because you want to let it sit out. You want to let it hang out and you want to let all those flavors jumble.
Even
and mix and marry. And
mix and mingle, get all, oh no.
That's what you want. Okay.
And ideally, it's good to, I feel like, let a dip hang overnight.
If you can, if you have the time.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay, so we're going to get started with some Miracle Whip. Don't come at us in the comments with the conversations about mayonnaise because I don't want to hear it.
I love mayonnaise. I'm not here to tell people otherwise, but I also love a Miracle Whip every now and then. I really do.
Yeah. They are different. They're two different things. Miracle Whip is, in my opinion, a bit on the sweeter side.
Yes.
A bit on the more tart side than a traditional
It has
mayo.
like a little bit of a tang to it. Lance is saying love onion rings, but they do a number on my stomach. Lance, I wonder if these ones would, because a lot of deep fried stuff affects people in a not so good way. So I wonder if these ones would. I'm not really sure. Okay, Kathy saying Kim wants onion rings now. Great. Kathy, does that mean Kim's watching? Shout out to Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Kim. Okay, guys, I'm going to get going on our onions. Now, this is the size of onion that we're talking about here. We love a small onion, okay? This is when I'm hesitant to say this with this crowd, but this is where size matters, people. Okay? It does. Size matters a lot of the time when it comes to food. So you're going to want to pick some big onions here because that's what gives, to me, like, this is like the kind of, maybe not this one. Let me get in there and show you guys this one. This is like the ideal onion ring size. Check this out.
You know what I don't get?
Like that size, come on, look at my hand. That is ideal to me.
Yeah.
Let's show TikTok. TikTok, look it. We ain't messing around. That's a big onion.
I'd like to know where the fairs and festivals get those giant onions for the bloomin' onions.
Yeah,
those massive onions.
I don't think this is a big onion, but I don't even like it must be bigger than this one.
I don't know if it's the type of onion or where they're grown, but if anybody knows where they got those big onions, let me know because I'd like to find some of those.
I'm terrified at you saying big onion. With this crowd, you really got to watch out.
All right, we've got Van Becca, we've got Janelle, we've got George over on TikTok. How's everybody doing? Okay, you're ready to roll.
Okay, we are preheated. So guys, what I have done ahead of time here, because we want to see these onion rings. Okay, so I'm just going to pause for 1 second.
All right, I will also pause.
And show you, this is what they look like before they go into the oven. So I'm sorry, do those not look like perfect onion rings?
Yeah.
Look at how gorgeous those look. I'll show you guys over on TikTok as well. These are raw. These have been breaded, which I will show you guys how to do that in a second. But these are what they look like before they go in the oven.
Just in the essence of time, it's good to have some on this getting going because this is only an hour show and we really do want to show you what they look like when they come out.
Yeah, and then we're just going to take some of this spray. This is the Bertolli olive oil spray and just give it a little bit on the top there. Okay, that also is going to it's going to make these crispy, crunchy, delectable.
Okay. How long do those go in there for?
Those go in for 10 minutes. And guys, you know the show goes off the rails a lot of the time. I'm putting on an actual timer. Okay?
Good call.
10 minutes. Then we're going to flip.
All right. Those are in there for 10 minutes. I'm going to do, I see Tom's hating on the Miracle Whip. That's fine, Tom. Whatever.
Okay, but Tom is saying it's Duke's. Now, guys, Duke's mayonnaise.
Hey, Alistair.
Is a type of mayonnaise that we can't get up here.
No, we can't. Maybe specialty stores. I guarantee you there's some store somewhere in Canada that has found a way to get it here.
You think?
They do think because it is so popular, especially within the barbecue community. I think that there probably is. We just haven't located where it is. So in my opinion, the best way to make a really good dip is both mayo and sour cream. So we're going to do equal parts, a third a cup of Miracle Whip or mayo and 1/3 of a cup of sour cream. Okay,
Amen,
right in
sister.
there.
That's a really good flavor for both of them.
That might be a bit more. I'm not measuring. Don't look at me. Flirty Murdy hates it when I don't measure. Yeah.
No, I don't, buddy. I don't measure ever.
Why is this here then? Stop lying.
Because I'm trying, guys. I have already written out this recipe,
I said I don't care.
Which pains me to do that. I can't stand writing out recipes, even though that is literally what we do for a living. But I can't stand it because you gotta like be paying attention, and I just like to measure with my heart. I know many people in here right now watching measure with their heart as well. So that's what I normally do. Now I'm gonna wash up.
Marianne's
and I'm getting breading.
And Maddie, I see her saying, talking about Kewpie mayo. Yeah, we do have that up here. We have that up here. It is a bit trickier to find, but yeah, we do have that as well. That could also work.
I've been able to track it down. That would be actually really good in here. That one is ultra rich, creamy, delectable.
Okay, so we've got some fresh dill here. If you can find fresh dill, absolutely use it. If not, dried will work just as well. It's not identical, but it'll be okay.
Dried dill is one of the dried herbs that I do still like.
Yeah, me too. It's just I feel like the color's not as nice. Like you can't really replicate it for fresh dill in the bright green colors.
Agreed. But also the aroma. Hi, Eva Llama. Kathy is saying the only thing I like Miracle Whip is on a BLT. Interesting, Kathy. Okay, so she's very particular about her mayo, and she takes it on a BLT, or she takes her Miracle Whip on a BLT. I could see that because of probably the sweetness.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, our dredging station or breading station we have is right here. So right now we have some eggs, okay, with a little bit of water in them, and also a little bit of whole wheat flour. Okay, the reason why I like using whole wheat flour for stuff like this is because it's a little bit thicker, there's a little bit more chew to it, and it just adds to the crispiness and the exterior of the onion rings. Because I don't know about you guys, but it's all about the breading. Yes. Otherwise I ain't eating it.
I still would, because I love onions so much.
I would too, but
I would eat onion in any form.
But then that's just onion.
I know, I'm all right with it.
It's not, me too, but it's not the same.
Sometimes I have snacked on a raw onion from my garlic. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, a raw onion from the garden. I don't know why I said from my garlic.
Give Key an opportunity to talk about the garlic from her garden, guys. Okay, we have VC joining us, and they're saying, I am a twin too, and I approve your show. Oh, hello. We're glad that you're here, and someone assuming that we are twins.
That's all right.
I love that, guys. That's probably the 8 millionth time that has happened.
We're close enough.
But sometimes we go with it.
We're glad you're here anyway. We knew you're late, but that's all right.
Okay, so guys, now I want to turn our attention to the star of the show here. Okay, this is the breading station, or the actual like crispiness that we're going to get. So this mixture that I've already done ahead of time is some cornmeal. And then we have our Italpasta Italian-style breadcrumbs. These ones right here, we are obsessed with because they already come with flavor. If you haven't tried an Italian breadcrumb before, you're missing out. There's a lot of flavor locked and loaded in there. There's like some garlic aromas. There's a little bit of oregano in there. You're already locked and loaded with flavor.
Yeah, why not? I never got when people will get a plain breadcrumb versus a seasoned. Like,
I know you're going to season it anyway. So all that's in there are the Italpasta breadcrumbs, some cornmeal, and then a little bit of an interesting ingredient. I also put in some olive oil into these dried breadcrumbs, and then you're just going to go like this and mix it up. Make sure that all of the olive oil is mixed up in there. Ooh. And that also helps, because this is air fryer, that also helps with making the exterior kind of mimic the deep fried flavors that you would get, but again, still on a lighter scale.
I like that.
Yes, it's to me, that's a game changer.
Very cool.
Will I be going forth with that on all my breading? Probably. Probably.
Okay, we've got our dill in here, very finely chopped, because we wanted to equally disperse amongst the dip, and we're just going to mix that in. Look at how beautiful that looks. There's just something about fresh dill that just reminds me so much of summer.
I'm trying to get my station set up here so you guys can see. Give me the cam angle here. Can you even see?
Yeah,
you kind of can. I can. Okay, so guys, first with your station, you're going to go flour. Again, we're going whole wheat because there's some extra bite to it. We're going into the onion or to the egg mixture, into the breadcrumb mixture. Is this something to get a little bit messy over? Absolutely. It's worth it.
That's why I hate
honey,
breading.
Since my hands are already gross, I need you to spray my pan for me.
All right.
Okay? With that stuff right on the pan. Because guys, we need as much oil as possible when you are using the air fryer. Just not as much as possible, but just like you need oil. I don't know. Some people have like air fryer recipes that don't have any oil. I don't stand for that.
They don't look as good either.
They don't look as good. They don't taste as good.
When you bring stuff out, they have like a weird, like they look not cooked.
They look like dry. They look like floury and powdery.
Okay, Riven Poppy saying, hey, how's it going? Yes, we are cooking. We're making air fried onion rings and a dill dip. So we've got our dill added. I'm going to add in some other things here, like this granulated onion. If you are not a fan of this granulated onion, I don't really know why, because it's really awesome.
Guys, that's like onion powder jacked up.
Yeah, it's like bits of dried, it's like dehydrated onion. If you can find, you can't always find this though. I have a hard time finding this sometimes.
I know, me too. And when I do, I get a lot of it.
It's very oniony.
Okay, so VC is saying, love me some onion rings. Guys, who doesn't? Does anyone here not like an onion ring? Because some people, I doubt it too. We have Guido Jacobson joining us, and they're saying, what are you making? Buddy, thank you for joining us. We're happy that you're here. We are making air fryer onion rings. And because, in my opinion, every onion ring needs a dipping sauce, we're making a dilly sauce with this.
Okay, so I've just added in some garlic powder, and we're going to do a little bit of paprika as well, just to give it a nice little color.
Ooh.
And then we're going to season it with some salt and pepper. Riven Poppy is asking, air fried onion rings, isn't there the batter? Yes, there is. We're battering on this side. It's hard to see from TikTok because you can't see all the different camera angles we have in here.
Head over to our YouTube channel and you can see all of the Temp's awesome angles that he has. And you can see the graphics, which he's throwing up, that this recipe is available right now at maddieandkiki.com if you guys would like to make it. Because it's really easy. And I always think, like, sometimes when if you're going to a potluck or something, you're like, hey, what do I make? Like, what do you need? Who couldn't need an onion ring on the side of anything?
Yeah.
It can be an appetizer. It can be a side dish. Like, why not?
Okay, so we've got that all mixed in. I think this actually could use a little bit more dill. I went a little bit light on the dill, but I'm going to add in a little tiny bit more.
Buddy, why? We got it, man.
I don't know why.
Use it.
Okay, before I do that, though, who would go for a little dip dive?
I could totally go for a dip dive.
Okay. Is Jay here? Did Jay say hi? Where is Jay?
I didn't see that, but we have Eva Llama on Insta saying, Llama checking in over here. We got Valentin saying, hey, M&K. Hey, all. Happy Friday. Valentin, you just got here in time for the bread box of questions.
Those look crunchy already. Those look
I know,
really
they do not take long.
Okay,
we got 53 seconds. I'm going to wash up.
Okay, here's the question from the bread box of questions this week. Do you like airplane food? Very interesting question.
Do you like airplane food?
Do you like food that is served on an airplane? No.
Yes, I do.
What?
But are you joking? Our first class experience?
Yeah, I know. I was grateful to have food, but mine wasn't really that great.
I enjoyed mine.
Hey, you know what? I did appreciate that they catered to my dietary requirements. That is one thing. Oh, I'm losing my apron here. That is one thing that I really did appreciate that they.
Marianne, no, that's a big no. She's not into it.
No, yeah, Marianne, I would have to agree with you. No. Although those look so good already.
Guys, 10 mins, baby, at 400 degrees. We're going to give these a little bit of a flip. I'm sorry. And listen, can you hear this?
Yeah.
Crispy, crunchy goodness.
Tom is saying airplane food is edible, sort of. Yeah.
Okay, but did you guys know, I don't know if this is a fact, but I actually have heard your taste buds dwindle a little bit in up high.
Really?
Yes. So what? I heard like I've heard that before. Can someone confirm if that's true? I don't want to be sharing information that's not true, but I have heard that.
So is that why they're like, why bother making good food?
Yeah, like maybe it's like, because I think your palate like goes down a little bit. So like maybe, I don't know if we can properly judge if we like it or not.
I've never really had anything good on an airplane. And like, could they not give
any warm nuts?
The warm nuts.
The warm nuts were spectacular.
They didn't make those though.
I'm gonna give a little bit more spray to this. Let's watch the candles, people. Watch the we don't want to by accident flambe happening here.
No. Okay.
Saucy Rossi. Yes.
What?
Okay. He is He's saying the beer tastes great up there. 100%. If you don't eat the food, you can always rely on the beer and the wine and anything else up there you want.
Ew, the gross little cookies. Oh my goodness, no.
All right, we're gonna get that in for 3 mins. Another 3 min. Actually, we're gonna go 2 because those are already crisp looking. Guys, look at how quick that is. Those ones are coming out before these ones are done.
All right, Lance is saying I've only been on an airplane twice. And when we flew to and from Florida back in 2019 for a week vacation, only a 2.5-hour flight, no need to eat on the plane. You know what? I would have to disagree with that, Lance. I eat at any opportunity. If I have time available to me, I'm eating a snack. Remember that time? We went to Prince Edward Island and you made everyone like a grab bag of goodies.
Yes. Yes. And what did we call it again?
Birds Mix.
Oh yeah, Birds Mix. That was good.
It was like instead of like what was it? Like party mix.
It was like a bunch. Yeah, it was like
a party
my own personal blend of party mix.
Yeah.
It had like
that was good.
It had Chex in it.
Yeah,
it
pretzels,
nuts.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was phenomenal. I love a dry snack like that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Although Matt is also guilty of eating tuna in an airport.
In the airport. He loves spreading this around. Guys, in the airport, not on the plane. If you bring food onto the plane, I don't think that should be allowed. How did we get to 2025 and that's allowed?
I don't know who in their right mind would think to bring tuna into an airport.
I was trying to, and also I have to say, it was so wet and like it
was
looked like a sauce.
They held it up.
I made it into like a dip, so it was like all like wet and saucy.
And you know how you're not allowed to have liquids on the plane? They like literally
they were like, man, your tuna smoothie needs to go.
They were like, is this a solid or a liquid?
Ew.
Oh my goodness.
And they basically said if you eat it now, you can have it, but you can't bring it with you because it was
which
a liquid.
I did. I consumed it right then and there.
Ew. Okay, I'm adding the rest of the dill. We still have a lot of dill left, but I did do a little bit more just because why not? We have it available to us.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna wash it up because dill gets everywhere.
Maddie is saying there was always the airport bar beforehand. Yes, Maddie, agreed. And I don't know about you guys. I think this is like a universal thing. I gotta wash up too because I gotta get actually, honey, can you get those out?
Yep.
Airport rules. So when you're dining at an airport or enjoying a beverage at an airport, airport rules state that you can have a beverage at any given time, an adult beverage. And have I done that before? Yes, I have.
I know.
Have I had a brew at 6 a.m. at the airport? Yes, I have. Did it taste extra delectable for some reason? Yes, it did.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares about like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's airport rules.
Yeah, so airplane food.
Is that universal?
I think so. Lance is saying the tuna probably wasn't the worst smelling thing at the airport. Yeah, I think a lot of people brought some other gross stuff. I can't handle walking through the airport and smelling people's bodies.
I can't handle walking anywhere and smelling you, buddy. I've smelled some fragrant bodies in a grocery store.
I know. Store. I can't like walking by people and smelling their aroma.
Yep. Not for me. James Bearden, hello. He's saying, I drive everywhere and bring my food and Mountain Dew. Okay, yes. We got a Mountain Dew fan in the house. I never really hear people drinking Mountain Dew.
James, I'm the same way. I always carry a little backpack and I always bring my own.
What do you call it? It's not your backpack.
It's my snack pack.
It's her snack pack, guys. And have other people dined out of her snack pack before? Yes. Hey, Yes.
I've made meals out of my snack pack because when you travel and you have dietary requirements like I do, you can't assume people are going to have food for you. And oftentimes when we've gone on business trips, people don't have food for me.
But that's like, you only have to learn that lesson once.
And I think I only did learn it once. Then from now on, even on short trips, I never leave the house without my snack pack. And I bring what Maddie calls moistened meals.
Yeah.
So do you guys know
those are game changers?
Do you guys know what MREs are? Like the like for like the military and
what
stuff?
What does that stand for?
Meals ready to eat.
Cool.
Yeah, so they're like a vacuum sealed dehydrated meal. I obviously get the plant-based ones, but you can get they are not plant-based. So in like the army and things like that, like a long time ago, these were very popular because they're lightweight and they provided people with nutrition. But to me, they're like a hack for traveling because I can't always find places that can cater to my dietary requirements.
Very smart. When you thought of that, I thought that was very, very smart.
So now whenever we travel, those things, all you got to do is like open them up, add in water and seal them back up. And you're ready to go in a pinch if you have to. Are they the most gourmet things in the world? No, they're not.
But does it get the job done? Yes, it does. We got Lisa in the house. Lisa, the Halo Griller. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hey,
and
Lisa.
Saucy Rossi saying, okay, so I've had a morning brew before. He's going straight to the rum. Okay, 9 a.m. rum. You mix that with a little juice, you got yourself a breakfast beverage.
Why not?
Exactly.
Okay, our sauce is ready. I am gonna add a little bit more Miracle Whip because the one thing about those onions is since they're dehydrated, when you add them, they do absorb moisture. So they kind of change the consistency of the dip and you just gotta adjust accordingly.
Ooh, Tom's coming. Tom said MRE crackers, I think, are served on airplanes.
They are
so dry.
Tom, it is that.
And Evil Llama is telling us what he thinks MRE stands for. And he says it stands for Maddie Ready to Eat. I'm going to own that now. I love that.
Okay, Judge Rep is saying MREs averaged about 3,200 calories a package. The cheese spread was much better than the peanut butter. Judge Webb, you know what? I want ones that are higher in calories because if it's for a meal, you want it to be the calories of a meal, but the ones I get are like 300 calories. I'm like, this is not going to do anything for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
300 calories is a snack.
Yeah, but I still, nevertheless, I am grateful to have them.
Yes, and they are a game changer for traveling, especially
other things you find in my snack pack. Granola bars.
Don't go there, man.
What?
I feel like, is this risque?
Why are you giving me a don't go there?
I'm like, what? I don't know if we all want to know what's in Key's snack pack.
Lisa said, I love MREs. Yeah, Lisa, is this a life hack? Do other people know about MREs?
Were you trying to claim this as your own idea?
As a travel hack, yes,
Yeah,
I was. Okay, so other things in my snack pack. Lara bars. They're a brand of granola bar. Absolutely obsessed with them. Okay. I have a variety of nut packages. Dried fruits.
Buddy. Whoa.
CJ.
Hey, CJ.
I also have a variety of
CJ
jerkies.
coming out being like, I want to know what's in Kiki's snack pack.
I have a variety of plant-based jerkies. It looks like if you were to look at my snack pack on any given day, even if I'm just leaving the house, not even if we're traveling, it looks like I'm going on like a safari expedition.
Yes, it does.
It looks like I'm planning on hitting the woods and not being back for a very long time. But it's because I have been caught hungry multiple times.
Exactly. And that's anyone that has ever experienced that before, especially with the dietary restriction. If you've been caught hungry, you won't let that happen again.
Okay, look. So I'm not the only one who did this. Tom's saying my dad was former military and I was a boy when I was a Boy Scout. MREs were a staple growing up.
Cool.
So other people eat MREs regularly. I'm not the only one.
I'm sure there are really amazing ones out there.
Very cool, guys.
If there are vegan ones,
how come no one told me?
But you found out thank goodness you found that out even.
Yeah. Hey, Sunny. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Paul over on TikTok.
Kathy is sharing that she has a diet Mountain Dew habit. Regular Dew is nasty. Okay, you guys are making me want to have Mountain Dew.
I want to do the Dew.
Yeah. Is that still their slogan? That was like so 90s.
Yeah.
Is it?
Hey, Gary. Yeah, and that's making me want to do the Dew.
Hey, Gary.
Okay, our dill dip is ready to rock and roll. Flirty Murdy's working on the onion rings. Check these out. These are the finished ones. Look at. You can't tell me that and they still have like a greasy texture. You can't tell me that these don't look like regular.
The oil in the crumb is the thing here. That's what gives it the more oily texture.
I think they're going to be spectacular. I can't wait for you to crunch on one of these, honey.
Gary is just joining us. Gary, we had a fellow, I don't know how to say, is it Phoenix? Like, how would you say that you're from Phoenix? Like, you know how we say like Ontarian?
An individual from Phoenix.
Yeah, Temp, do you know what that would be?
No.
Okay, well, Gary, somebody from Phoenix was on the show. Brad Prose from Chilies and Smoke. He was on the show at the beginning of the show. He also is from Phoenix, and he shared the temperature there, and I am so jealous.
I know.
Very, very jealous. We're about to, guys, we're not having After Dark today.
No.
Because we're expecting a snowstorm like shortly after this. We're not even having lunch. The temp and I, he's going home. I'm going home. Key is going back up to her house.
Yep.
Right after this.
Gary is saying it's a Phoenician.
Is it? Venetian? That's so cool. Okay, I knew that. It didn't really sound right, but that's cool.
Guys, I had a very challenging, let's say, morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yes, she did. How have we not mentioned that yet?
I don't know, but it was a very eventful morning for me. So I went to go gas up my truck, and before the show, and I lost power steering. So as many of you know, I'm obsessed with my truck. It's not anything that you'd want to enter into like a beauty contest by any means.
Yes, it is. Tell them what you drive, buddy.
It's a 2010 Nissan Frontier.
Be loud and proud about it.
I am.
Guys,
that's acting like you're seeming like that's a funny joke.
Everyone watched. No, I'm not. Everyone watching, guys, let's find out what everybody drives. Yeah. So Key drives a 2010 Nissan Frontier. Mm-hmm. I drive a 2015 Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah. That you're planning on trading in soon, because Matt is not like me. I would like to keep my truck forever because it has sentimental value to me. Yes, I'm obsessed with it.
I'm a 10-year car owner and then done. I like to move on because that's when all the issues start to happen.
And that is what I'm experiencing.
Yeah, she's got a lot of mine has a lot of mileage on it because that's the car that Key and I use for like everything. My car.
Hey, Halbert.
So she's getting traded in at the end of the summer.
All right, Lance, this thing I just got me a 2018 Kia Soul. Very cool.
I love those. Lance, what color? We're going to need to know colors, people.
Okay, Mine's Evil white. Mama. Evil Mama saying Kiki has the guns. She doesn't need power steering. Evil Mama, let me tell you, thank God. Thank God I have guns, because this morning when I couldn't turn the wheel, it was something. And I freaked out just a little bit. But thankfully, I have CAA, and a guy came to get my truck and tow it to the closest dealer. So
guys, CAA is what is it in the States?
What is OnStar? Isn't it? It's like CAA is like the equivalent of OnStar.
Temp, do you know what CAA is in the States?
Isn't it
is it CAA?
Maybe.
What does CAA stand for?
It's like our roadside AAA. CJ saying.
Yes, weird. Yeah, no, it is. It is.
What does that stand for?
Guys, you're right. It is. That is theirs.
It's like roadside assistance. So I have that because my car is because my truck is so old.
Pause for a second. Guido Jacobson is saying, I drive a Honda, good old Honda. Keith is saying, I'm trading out to a Nissan Frontier.
Keith.
And Kathy's saying, white 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. Ooh, Kathy.
Kathy, yes. Okay,
those
Keith,
are nice.
Welcome to the Nissan Club. You are never going to want to drive anything else. After my Frontier is over, I would like another one because I can't get over it. She's been in the shop for quite a while. And the very first few times out, one of my first few drives out, and she's back in. But you know what? That's okay. It's all part of it.
That's not. I need the. I saw Temp. Can you go up for a second in the comments? I need the trust. I don't. After 10 years, Saucy Rossi saying 10 years is a must. You need that trust. Because that's what
it's overrated. I don't
now
care.
That mine got to 10 years and it has like a lot of mileage on it. I'm like, she's just waiting to break down.
You know what? I like the excitement. Let's mix things up a little bit.
Do you like what just happened this morning, pal?
No. It ended up being fine because she's gonna get fixed and then she'll be back on the road in no time. So it's not really that big of a deal.
Will she?
She will.
She was just in the shop, buddy.
And she's almost at 300,000 kilometers. I really hope she can get there because let me tell you guys.
Yeah, the trucks can have like huge kilometers.
Yeah, they can. But
trucks that have like all the cars are known that like you can really let them.
And I've gotten her undercoated every single year, so there's not a speck of rust on her.
And rust is a car killer.
Yeah.
So you've taken good care of her.
Yes, I have.
Farah also drives a Honda. Very nice to hear, Farah. Were people sharing their cars? I didn't see.
Let's see. Saucy Rossi saying my father-in-law dropped me off his super nice car last summer for a road trip with my wife. Brought a crazy BMW on the old PEI ferry. Very cool.
That's awesome. That is so cool, Rossi.
Gary saying he only drives Porsches.
Gary. Fancy.
Very cool, guys.
Very, very fancy. Can't go wrong with a nice Porsche. Okay, guys, check it out. Those did not take long at all. It's funny with the air fryer. It actually takes longer to make these than it does to actually cook them in there. Can you show TikTok?
Yeah, here's what they look like before they go in. Nicely breaded, ready to rock and roll. Look at that exterior. And very easy to do. It does take some time.
Very, very easy to do. I'm going to plate these ones up, put them in because it looks like they're going to probably be coming out in time. And then who could wet their whistle?
I could.
Evil Mama saying GMC Acadia and a Ford Explorer here.
Ooh.
I love hearing what people drive.
Me too. Who gets me though? Who else has a vehicle that they've had forever that they just can't get rid of? Not for any other reason other than they just don't want to part with it. Like, am I weird, guys? Because
I can see that. Barbecue Jones, that's Gary saying that's what not having kids does for you. Guys, if you don't have kids, that's the path that leads to owning Porsches.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't have kids, and I still, if I had all the money in the world, I would still want to drive my truck. And I've said that. Like, it's not a money thing. It's not to save money, because having an old vehicle does not save money. In fact, I feel like I think I've replaced that truck entirely, like twice over now at this point. It's not to save money. It's just because I love it. Where do I put this? Can you put that on that side, honey? It's just because I love it so much, and I can't. It boggles my mind how much I'm willing to do to hang on to her. But here we are.
I just want you to be safe. That's all I ask for.
Who needs power steering? That's what these are for.
Gary's saying, I used to have a 2006 Hummer H3. Had it for over 15 years, but it finally had to go to Hummer heaven.
Oh,
Gary, is the H3 the Hummer truck? Temp, do you know what that is?
That is H3? Cool.
Like, you know how isn't there a Hummer that has like the bed? Like
I don't know.
Flat bed?
I don't know.
I wish I could look that up right now, because if it is what I'm thinking, those are gorge.
Those are
CJ
gorge.
is saying, I drive a jacked up 2016 Chevy Silverado. Ooh, CJ.
Cool.
That is what I would picture CJ in. And the wife is bougie. Is bougie and drives an X5 Beamer. I don't know all like the X5s of the Beamers, but Beamers are bougie. Fancy.
Yeah. Okay. It's time for Cheers to the Weekend. And much to everyone's dismay, we are not making anything alcoholic.
But people love clean living.
Okay.
They do what?
People, the typical oldest sister. Don't worry, people love clean living.
Let's let her do her thing, everybody.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna make what I am calling a vicious trollop.
Ooh.
Enticing. So if you are a fan of Gilmore Girls, then you'll know where I got that name. And this is a non-alcoholic beverage.
Or Hocus Pocus.
Vicious trollop.
Yeah. Just think trollop. Yeah. That's where I learned that word.
I like that as like an insult.
Yes.
You should bring that back.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is basically going to be a non-alcoholic tequila sunrise. Hold the tequila. Okay.
Ooh.
So this is a sparkling water that is a tequila sunrise sparkling water. It's got no sugar. It's just like a sparkling water like any other. But the flavor is tequila sunrise. So that's the inspiration for this drink. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. These oranges have seen better days. Okay?
Wow.
But since we're going to juice some, no one cares. Don't waste stuff.
True.
So we're going to juice some.
Oh, Rossi said he's enjoying that clean life right now. He's saying, I poured a coffee to cheers.
Okay.
He's having a clean coffee right now.
All right.
James is saying, I just sent the 93 Explorer to 93? That's awesome, James, to retirement, 31 years, 837,000 miles. Now driving a 2013 Honda Pilot. Those are nice, too.
James, that's so cool.
James, that's impressive. And Kathy is saying, my daughter still drives her 2005 Chevy Impala. She ain't letting it go. It's still in great shape.
See, she gets it.
2005, baby. That is awesome.
All right, so you guys aren't making me feel as bad then, because I'm going to have this.
A lot of people push it. A lot of people push it.
All right, so we've got some. These are little mandarin oranges. We're just going to squeeze half in the bottom of each.
I love the glasses.
Yeah, very pretty. Just so you guys can see this. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do half of the mandarin orange in the bottom of each. And these are all the flavors of a tequila sunrise. We're going to add in a little bit of grenadine. This is what Shirley Temples are made of. Okay, a little bit of grenadine for color.
Ross, he's like, I never said it was clean. Okay, there might be a little extra something in his coffee. Look, guys, it's Friday. Okay.
Look at Tom. I think Kiki's rubbing off on me all this week. I've been eating salads for lunch, no burgers, fries, or other bad food for me.
Tom. That is fantastic, Tom. That is amazing.
That makes me so happy.
And Tom, you could eat these onion rings too, because these are definitely, I wouldn't say bad for you either.
No.
In terms of in the onion world, the onion ring world, these are not bad.
No. Okay, so we're gonna do.
Farrah's saying she has a lemon water to cheers.
Okay, so we're gonna do a little garnish with a cherry. Actually, you know what? We're gonna try to get a little fancy here. We're gonna do an orange. And we're gonna do a cherry. And then let's see if we can there we go. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Okay.
See, and when you cut the orange like that, it doesn't look gnarly. Like it started off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like nobody can tell. So why not? Okay. And then we're going to add in, actually, you know what? This could use some ice.
Barbecue Mama is cheersing with some ginger tea. I like your style, Barbecue Mama. We have Four Seasons Barbecue joining us saying, what up, girls? Becca just joined the show. Hey, Becca.
Hey, Becca.
Just in time for Cheers to the Weekend. Who can get the weekend started off early, guys? I know I can.
Okay, I jumped the gun with the, oops, I'm falling apart over here. I jumped the gun with the garnish.
If you don't put ice first, which like we've all been there, guys. I've done it a million times. That's what throws off a good cocktail making experience.
Okay. So we're going to add in the ice.
She's going hot and heavy with it too.
And then we're going to go in with our tequila sunrise sparkling water. Let's see if this has a color to it. Ooh, it's like
does it? Oh, it does. It's like a goldeny color. Beautiful.
Oh, look it. Does that not look like a sunrise?
Yes, I'm getting straws.
Okay, look at how pretty this is. Now you're telling me that you're going to miss the alcohol.
No.
Now, this is not going to provide you the same psychedelic type experience.
Psychedelic, honey.
I haven't had alcohol in a very long time. I don't know if it does that, but
look, I could go for a psychedelic beverage right now.
It's not going to have the same effects. I get it, but
cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
And cheers, everybody else. Everyone is cheersing right now to the weekend with their coffee, with their ginger tea, with their lemon water. Honey, give us the flavors.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see what this tastes like. Evo Llama Classic needs more alcohol.
Ooh.
Give it to us.
It's like, to me, that tastes like what you would drink on a beach vacation.
Why is that so sweet?
The grenadine, I think.
Oh, does grenadine... does that offer sweetness? I never knew what that does.
Yeah, that's why kids love it.
Can I just try that on its own?
This or this?
That.
This? There's not anything in here.
Can I just smell it?
This is really nice.
Does this have sweetness in it?
It's a sparkling water, so like kind of, but not real. Not actual sugar.
That is really good.
Isn't it nice?
And you got these from the superstore?
Yes, very fruity. PC? Yeah. I think it's PC.
Guys, check this out. This is just for the Canadians because I don't think you can get this internationally.
Oh, that's nice.
But that is really nice.
That is crisp.
I would get that straight up too. Oh, 0 sugar.
Yeah.
0 sugar.
Yeah, it came in like a case of like 4 or 6 of them. And I knew I only needed one for this Cheers to the Weekend, so I've just been enjoying them on their own.
Okay,
and they're nice.
No. Take the time to do something nice and make it special. Right out of the can, obviously, that's going to be amazing. But taking the time to make it look good, putting it in a nice glass, I feel like that means, especially if it's a mocktail.
And a garnish. If I get a drink in a restaurant and it doesn't come with a garnish, I get so disappointed.
100%.
I'm like, I know that costs like 10 cents to do, and it's not a big deal, but it's just nice.
This kind of is giving me a little bit of a orange creamsicle vibe.
I could see it.
I don't know why.
All right. Please try those and with the dip and let everybody know how they taste.
All right, guys, I'm glad that we plated these ones up.
Me too.
Check out what these look like because the other ones are 2 mins away. We have to flip them and I ain't got time for that. Okay,
no.
We need to give this a try.
It's crunch time.
I'm actually going to go back to here so I can show you guys what we're looking with here, what we're working with here. Okay, Look at that dip. Okay, buddy, perfect texture on the dip. Creamy.
I thought so too.
Dilly. Let's see here.
You got to watch those onions because the onions in the dip, because since they're dry, they have to rehydrate and they do suck moisture out of the Miracle Whip. How is it? I heard the crunch.
The combo, the onion ring, and the creaminess. I'm sorry, like girl dinner?
Yeah.
That's girl dinner, guys. Just right there. Enjoy this platter to yourself. If that ain't girl dinner, I don't know what is.
I don't get the girl dinner thing. I still want like protein.
Girl dinner is always basically it's like no snacks. Protein. Yeah, it's like snacks, carbs.
You gotta get those gains, people.
You're getting some gains with that.
That looks spectacular, honey. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I can't believe that's
we're at time.
I don't. Thank goodness we made the finish ones.
Can someone tell me how it's 12:59?
I've made an absolute sticky mess over here.
I thought it was 12:15.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously, guys, where the heck does this time go?
Okay, so guys, just a reminder also, we are not going to be doing Maddie and Kiki After Dark today because everybody's got to hightail it out of here because we are expected to get a very big whiteout storm coming. So we didn't want to cancel.
Over it. I'm over the snow. It needs to end.
We didn't want to cancel the show altogether, but we do have to get everybody out here so they can get home safe.
Definitely.
And hopefully this is the last time for snow.
Buddy, don't jinx us. You just did. You just did.
Right.
Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us on a Friday at noon, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. We really appreciate you guys being here with us. We'll see you same time, same place next Friday, everybody.
Make yourself a vicious trollop this weekend.
That's right. Cheers again, baby.
Have a great weekend, guys.
Happy weekend, everybody. Bye, guys. We love you.
Bye.